So I decided to have today's review in the outdoor reviewing studio. That way I could enjoy some coffee. And I would suggest you guys do the same. Let me just explain my philosophy of use. First, by bringing out the long heralded grease dispenser, the Imusa brand aluminum grease dispenser. This is my primary and only backpacking cook pot. And I'm certainly not alone in having it. If you get on YouTube, look around or search the forums, that thing comes up everywhere. Even in our own backpacking crew, I think 9 of the 11 men have this pot. And it's largely due to its miniature price. It's a gem of the backpacking world. Actually, if you don't have one, stop what you're doing. Get up. Get in your car, motorcycle, or buggy. Go to the local Walmart and buy one. I think you can even find these on Amazon as well. You might be concerned about eating that aluminum. The jury's still out on that. I ain't gonna eat that aluminum. I'll turn that alright, okay? You know what I'm saying? The grease pot weighs in at 7.5 ounces. Now, you could be a one-pot person, and you could make your beef stew at night and a cup of hot water in the morning in the same pot. It's pretty gross, and quite frankly, it forces you to wash dishes on the trail. What I do is keep a designated water boiling cup for hot drinks and cup noodles. And this is where the Toks 600 milliliter titanium pot comes in. The idea is simple. If you're going to have a second pot and designated a water boiler, why not have it be as lightweight as feasibly possible? This thing weighs in at 3.5 ounces with the orange baggie included. Obviously, you could just ditch the orange baggie. And I suppose probably a lot of people do. But one thing the orange baggie does do is keep this lid on, which is free to just fall off. Okay. And actually, we're about to reach a boil already, folks. And I'm using a pocket rocket style stove here, and got about a quarter of a liter of water in there. And we're almost there already, folks. Gives me a good feeling every time I reach a boil in that cup. I'm going to be having some Dagliadoro instant espresso. Compliments of Shug Emery. That's good stuff too. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and kill the burner. And yep. Such fine powder. If you're an instant coffee drinker, you'll know what I mean when I say fine powder. Give it a good stirring. The aroma this coffee puts off is so incredible. There it is, baby. Time for a taste test, if I may. Yep. Yep. You ever have one of those moments where all you can really say is yep? Because that's what I just had. I'm going to move it. Go back to the argument. The reason I decided to go ahead and review this cup is not for a lack of reviews on the internet. Simply because for the 600 milliliter size in particular, I found a shortage of reviews in comparison with larger sizes. Of course, Toks makes a massive array of sizes. Toks has changed the game. They are the monarch of the budget titanium market. Now, I've had this thing for a year on Christmas, this coming Christmas. And for my philosophy of use, I could not be more pleased. This thing's about 0.6 liters. So for me, and I suppose more than likely for you, you're probably not going to cook jambalaya in it. It's just not high enough capacity. You're more than likely you're probably not going to cook anything in it.
Of oats with almonds with instant milk in it.
Here's a nice clean one. That's MC Basson's there. You're probably not going to cook anything in it. Maybe ramen or water-based foods. I'm talking about foods that you simply need to boil water to prepare. That's the kind of foods we're talking about here. Now, it's not all dandy and roses here. The one hit on this particular size that you're going to find is, first, these rubberized handles, especially on maybe a wood burning stove, or especially if you tried to cook on a fire. These would probably melt underneath of here. Yeah, they'll probably melt, to be quite honest. But to be quite honest, most of the models they offer do not even have rubberized handles anyway. So I'm not sure why exactly they rubberize these handles, and I do think these might be aluminum or stainless handles. Also, the lid, it doesn't secure. It's a loosey-goosey. But it is nice to just sit on there and reach a quicker boil. So I personally, I do use the included mesh bag just for that purpose, to keep the lid on, and the mesh bag itself is fractions of an ounce. There's also, I think there's just something to be said about having ultralight gear. It gives you a good feeling when you use it, when you hold it. Maybe I'm getting too mushy, but I think it gives, every time I sit this thing on the stove and achieve a boil in like 1 minute flat, I get a very good feeling out of that. And a lot of times that's all backpacking is about. At least for me as a gear head. As of now, I'm going to stick with the Imusa pot.
Nice clean dishes, ready for their next meal.
As my cook pot. And quite honestly, I only ever eat water-based prep foods on the trail. Every once in a good while, I'll bring in a canned good. but that's rare because the weight is just
fire there.
shocking. It's shocking, the weight. But for these, like, I'm not even going to give you competitive options because Toks owns the market. They absolutely own the market for the $50 and under price range. This one here, as of today, is $28, somewhere around that range on Amazon.com. And you talk about a great gift idea. Christmas is 2 weeks away. Brilliant gift idea. I actually received this in a Secret Santa exchange from one of our crew members, TC Snakeskinner. And if maybe you don't dig the 600 milliliter size, well, they offer everything from like 300 milliliters to like 1.5 liters, full size pot, like the size of this grease trap. And I don't know, the titanium gear is a lot of fun. It's so tough and so lightweight. But I think that about wraps up this review. There's not a lot more to say. I just wanted to give you my overall philosophy on this particular size, and maybe just something to think about, having this sort of designated water boiling cup. So with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off of this review. Thanks for watching if you watched.